Project management tools help us stay organized in business and keep track of everything that's happening in our business. So, if you're looking to get started with a project management tool, or if you're looking to use Trello better, in this video I'm going to show you how I use Trello in my business and also give you some ideas on how you can get started. Also, if you're interested in videos around marketing tech tools and entrepreneurship and digital products, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell notification. So let's get into it. Okay, so this is how a Trello board looks like. So under boards, you'll be able to see all of your Trello boards. That you've created, and board is basically the topmost kind of space in Trello. Each board has multiple lists, so all of these are different lists, and then each list has multiple cards, so all of these are different cards. So within a board you will have lists and then cards, so you can create boards. One could be your business board where you're storing all of your business information, your login information if you want, and brain dumping all of the courses you have, all of the funnels you have, etc. You could have one board for your clients where you're tracking the different kind of phases your clients are in. You could have a different board for each of your clients to manage the to-dos between you and your client, and you can share that board with your clients. So the way you can share your board is you can click on invite and then add their email address and send an invitation, and they'll be invited to join that particular board. Now, within boards, like I said, there are multiple lists. You can add more lists. So here, just click on add another list and you can name this whatever you want. I'll just call this test. And within the list, then you can add cards. So I'll just call this test one. And you can add multiple cards. And then you can, within the card, you can go in and do multiple things. So you can add members just to a card. You can add labels and then give it colors to help you understand better, give you a visual view of what needs to be done. So let's look at create a new label, and I'll name this uh, to do, and I'll just use this color and I'll just create this. So it'll be added, it will get this label, and you can see the color of this label right here. So I'll go under, I'll click on it again. You can add a description for the label. You can add a checklist, which is really helpful when you're creating workflows. So I use checklists. For example, if I have a workflow for my YouTube videos, I would use this as a checklist for that. So the first step would be decide video topic, record video, create thumbnail, etc. So this would kind of be a checklist that I will follow for each video. So what I can do is I can add this checklist to a card and then save it as a template, and then you might use it again and again every time I create new kind of videos. So I'll click on make template, and this entire card will be saved as a template. And then you can create a new card from a template in the next kind of when you're creating a new card. So let's go in here. Let's You can add an attachment here, so you can add it from your computer, Google Drive, from Trello itself, or you can also paste a link. You can add a cover. So these things that you can see here, these images are covers that have been added to each particular list, or in fact card. It's added in the card. So you could just add this, for example. So you have these options to use stock images. So I'll just use this, and you can see this has been added. So this is kind of the cover now. some of the other things you can do is you can convert your each point of your checklist to a card. You can delete it, you can copy this card completely, you can move this card to a different board itself, and you can also choose the position. So if I move it to a different board, which doesn't have list, so if I go to the welcome board, tried it, and you can add, so let's say stuff to try, you can add it to a different position and just hit move. You can also hide it from the list if you want to. So if this is something that's assigned to a different person on your team, but you still want to keep a watch on it, based on when it's due and stuff, you can hit watch. You can also add a due date to each part, but you of course have to upgrade. You can assign this to someone, again upgrade for that. You can, like I said, convert it to a card. You can tag someone here. So if I want to tag someone, I could do that here. You could add emojis if you wanted. So this is like, and of course, the best way to figure out what you can do inside a card is actually go in and test out different things. But the main things that I would use in a card would be labels. I would use the checklist, and I would use the cover. That's how I've created all of these. And then again, due dates, if you wanted to, have due dates for that particular card. The one thing that I do love using Trello for is as part of my clients board. So I have this board, again, this is a demo one, but I have this in my business where I use a clients board, and I have different kind of lists for schedule call, follow up, send proposal, sign paid, testimonial follow up. And every time someone books a call with me using Acuity Scheduling, so my scheduling software, they get added, their email address gets added to this card. And how that happens in Zapier. So Zapier is another tool that I use with Trello. So the trigger is if there's a new appointment, a card is created in this particular list. So under schedule call, a card will be created, and the card will be named after their email address. Now, once I get on the call with them, and depending on where we're at, I might either drag them to follow up, or I might drag them to send a proposal. So I can basically track everyone who scheduled a call with me and where they are in their journey, with becoming a client right here. And this is one of the amazing things that I love Trello for. It seamlessly integrates with other tools using Zapier, so I can really, keep a track of what is going on and what is the next step. If I add them to this testimonial follow-up card, so they will be added to a ConvertKit sequence. So ConvertKit is an email automation platform. So every time I drag and drop them in this particular list, which is testimonial follow-up, they will automatically be added to a sequence in ConvertKit. Again, that's done using Zapier. So all I have to do is drag and drop, and a lot of things are automated. So first of all, there's one automation where they're added to this list. If they book a call with me, then depending on where I'm dragging and dropping them, they're automatically either added to ConvertKit, or they're added to Wave, where I can send them invoices, or they're just I can, if I have to send them a proposal, I could just do that using HelloSign. So just by using free tools, I'm able to really create a custom CRM of sorts, where some of the things are automated, like testimonial follow-up is completely automated. I just have to, drag them from here and drop them here, and ConvertKit automatically then starts sending them emails via Zapier. So I use Trello again. I have multiple different boards. So I have a board for workflow. So I have saved all my workflows right here. So there's a blogging workflow, there's a YouTube workflow, Facebook group workflow. So workflow is basically a checklist. And every time, I kind of have to create a YouTube video, I will go through this checklist and make sure that I have covered all of these things, and I can just check out the boxes. So that's another great thing I use Trello for. Also, just mapping out my courses, so I can, the different tasks that I need to do for a particular course in the different weeks, I can share that here. Also just mapping out my funnel. So this is a challenge funnel board. So I basically share this with my clients and students. So I have different lists for how you can use this board. I have a funnel here, your offer info, so about, so what is the offer, how, just basically describing what to do in in each card, and then the different ads assets that are needed, the promotion phase, retargeting, all of these things, right? So the one thing that I like about Trello is it's really visual, and if you're someone who likes looking at things in a virtual way, Trello is a great platform for that. So just creating different things. You have a mini map here, you have your task list, you have like client thing is something that I really enjoy using. If you're running like a show, for example, if you're running a show on IGTV or YouTube, you could have a board for your show where you have episode ideas, you create outlines based on the ideas that are confirmed, and then you can create the collateral, which is like the thumbnails, the script, all of those things. You can move the card here when it's going live. So if I have a card here that says interview with Sarah, and if this is ready with collaterals, I could just move it to here. So that means this is going live this week, and when it's done, I could just move it here. So there are tons of different ways you can use Trello, and if you look at some other videos, you'll get some other examples. The main way I use Trello is I have this main board, which is like my business board, in which I have different things, info, to-dos. I have a to-do for my virtual assistant, brain dump, the funnels I have, my Facebook group, courses, etc. And then the other board that I use is this clients board, which is again a mini CRM for me. I use boards when I'm coming up with different courses to kind of map out my ideas. I have boards for different funnels that I run. So I have a webinar funnel board, I have a challenge funnel board, and I also have a board for weekly pomodoros. And pomodoro is basically the concept I use to work. So 25 minutes of really focused work. So this is just a very Kanban style board, which is, it just has three lists. One is to do, then in process, and done. So this is something I use weekly. So I'll list out all the things that I need get done in a week, and then I'll just, if I start working on it, I'll just drag it to in process, and once it's done, I'll just drag it to done. It's just the simplest kind of board that you can use, but it's really powerful because it's simple, and all you have to do is just make sure that if something is in process, you move it to in process, and then once it's done, you move it to done. So this is basically how you would use Trello. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments. And again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos on marketing tools, creating digital products and sales funnels. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.